Oh, I'm waiting for the stream.
Observations with Robert Meyer Burnett.
Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, and your favorite aging man-child. Oh, wait a minute. Perhaps I'm not your favorite aging man-child, because there's another aging man-child. My favorite Yorkshire man, one of my favorite aging man-children, Mr. Heel versus Babyface himself, as, please, welcome him, Hot Toys himself, back on the channel.
Toys.
And here we are. We are back from the grave and ready to party for one more day of toys and mirth and mayhem. Sir, how are you?
I'm great. I'm really good. I mean, I was really good a couple of days ago when a certain thing arrived on my doorstep.
You know, I was sad about that.
Holy cow.
I didn't get one, but I had a shipping notice and I was waiting and of course we had to postpone the show from yesterday to today. Thank you for that. And when I came home from my the interview that I was doing, there was a package. There was a package from there was a big package from China, and it was on the table right by the front door, and I opened it up, and it was what you showed me. And here it is, my first and your first EXO-6 premium format Star Trek 6 scale figure. I have not opened this yet. I wanted you to see my reactions. But now I wanted to spend some time for a minute talking about Star Trek in, believe it or not, a positive way. And I wanted to...
So we're talking pre-2009 then?
Well, today, I wanted to talk specifically about EXO-6. So for those of you who don't know, EXO-6 is a new company that was spun out of QMX. The head of EXO-6, the way I understand it, is a huge Star Trek fanatic, worked for QMX. QMX was making the first iteration of high-end Star Trek 6 scale figures. The problem was it took them forever to get out their product. And they announced a lot of things, such as Khan from Star Trek II, or many other figures that we just never got. And EXO-6 came out. Obviously, we were both very interested. We have not received their first figure because you and I mistakenly bought it from Sideshow. And I think it wasn't a mistake at the time, because let me ask you this. They're a new company. You go through Sideshow, you're assured, like, if it doesn't show up, Sideshow will refund your money. Now, what I think we have subsequently discovered is that EXO-6, while starting small, I think that they've had great customer service. This second figure that they've released, it's the second First Contact figure. The first was Data from First Contact. This new one, of course, is Picard from First Contact, and I have it on good authority that they're going to make a third First Contact figure, but it won't be a figure. It might be a statue to go with these first two figures, only because it's too difficult to create in 6 scale the way they wanted to do it. I don't know how much I can say without betraying a trust, so I'm not going to mention which figure it is, but I will
speculate.
You can speculate, and I think that what their plan is to do 3 figures from each series first. And obviously they've proven this out. As you know, if you go to the EXO-6 website, the next figure that they put up for pre-order after Picard was Janeway from Voyager.
Yeah.
And you can see on their website that they just announced this week via email that they're doing 7 of 9. And they're also doing the holographic Doctor. So those are going to be, I would assume, their next figures. And they've already shown us their version of Cisco and Archer from Deep Space Nine. It's the Cisco in the First Contact uniform which makes sense from the latter half of the series because
Sure.
they already have it. And
I would guess Worf.
Yep.
And I think maybe Nana Visitor.
You know what? I'm with you 100% there. I think they would do, because I think that they're going to service the female, that they're going to have female figures as a part of all of these releases, with a few exceptions. But I have to say, I pre-ordered Janeway. I thought it looked great. You know, I really liked the figure. I for whatever reason I couldn't. But my question to you is, I really think now, as I ask you this question, do you have your figure handy?
Right next to me.
Okay, so first of all, the first thing I noticed about this is I love the packaging. This packaging is as classy as any high-end packaging, the spot UV printing on the box. And one of the things that I really like about this, and one of the things that I wanted to show, is that a lot of companies demand a uniform product look across, like, for instance, Star Wars, high-end Star Wars figures all basically have the same box. Sideshow 6-scale figures look exactly like Hot Toys 6-scale figures. Hot Toys has added a little ribbon that is not part of the box, that has differentiated them, which I think is pretty cool. But like with Star Trek figures, they have a style guide. So if you buy like the round 2 model kit of the Klingon battle cruiser from Star Trek the Motion Picture, the box looks the same as the Playmobil Enterprise. So they have a stylistic, and I don't really like that. It makes it look like it's for kids or something. Whereas I think this is a very classy design. I think it looks good. It has its own vibe. And I really like the packaging. I really like what it looks like. Now, I have not opened mine yet, but you have. So I would ask you, sir, show us this figure, and I would love to hear your first impressions, because this is the first EXO-6 Star Trek figure we haven't had. What do you think?
Let me just pop the boy up. But I gotta say, when I opened this up, I was absolutely blown away by how good it looked. The outfit from Picard, the 2-piece, because he has a 2-piece on.
The tailoring looks amazing on it.
It's so... the tailoring is just like... it's just perfect. From the legs down, you know, it's not baggy. It's not loose. It's not too tight. It's just like literally like a tailor has come in and made this outfit for them. The top of the jacket, this is all Velcro. So that Velcro's open, so you can take the jacket off to put the vest on, which he wears in First Contact. But the thing which just absolutely blew me away, and it just doesn't do it justice when you look in the camera, is the facial sculpt.
Wow, I mean, that's amazing. That is just... that is a beautiful, beautiful head sculpt.
Absolutely insane. And how good this looks. So I just got myself a couple of accessories out. I got a tricorder, and these are magnetized onto the waist.
Wow.
So there's a magnet there, so these just attach. And the tricorder is also magnetized, so you can open up the tricorder. So you can have a closed tricorder. No, you can have a closed tricorder or an opened up tricorder. And then the phaser, the same. They've got the holster, the way it curves around the hip, so they lean across to unholster it. And again, magnetized onto the waist. So Picard's kind of like ready, battle ready, but still on the bridge, if you get my drift. With the Borg now infesting the Enterprise. But when you see the gray, I mean, this I love this suit. I think this is this uniform. I think this uniform was absolutely awesome. But the first time I saw it, I was like, oh yeah. This is kind of Star Trek-y. And they've got the colors just so perfect. The gray is just so perfect. The red is so perfect. And then you got, of course, the four pips, the Captain Command pips, that Picard has, and then they have, of course, from the movies, First Contact onwards, they have the new comm badges with the 2 lines that go around. I think actually some of those were coming in Generations as well. So I was absolutely blown away. And you get 2 bases. The bases I put mine on, you can swap the picture, but I decided to put them on a transporter pad. So it comes with like a transporter pad base, and then you can just swap it for like a sort of like just a generic picture on there. There's the picture that you can just put another picture over it. There's another hexagon which comes with it.
Now, I have to say, I now have mine.
What you have to say, yeah.
I've got I just took him out of the box, and my first impressions is I've waited my whole life for action figures. I look at this of this quality. Now, there's only one thing I look at. This is kind of weird, and it's just a nitpick. I do notice that the actual flesh of the arm is very different from the hand, the flesh of the hand. Don't care. I mean, I know a lot of figure people would be like, what? But that is a minor nitpick. I just think the tailoring on this figure, the head sculpt is, he's a little stern. Picard's a little stern.
That's Picard.
the head sculpt is amazing. Now, I didn't realize that this was Velcro. It works so well. Now, for those of you who don't know, the character also comes with this vest, which is also Velcro, and I love that they have the comm badges on here.
Mm-hmm.
So when you swap this out, you get the maroon outfit underneath. So you see the I would imagine the maroon, this part. I mean, that's a cool look, and everything about this is, to me, it's first rate. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm just. The joints are nice and stiff.
Oh, yeah.
I do like the fact that you've got multiple options for posability in terms of, like you said, with the thing. The phaser rifle. This phaser rifle that comes is beautifully done. The paint ops are...
I do believe that is a plasma rifle.
Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. A plasma. It's a phaser rifle. I'm such a classic Star Trek nerd. This is a great accessory. I mean, this looks fantastic. And, I have to say that, like you were pointing out, even the hand vac, these hand vac, the hand vacuum TNG phasers that go all the way back to the first season of the show, this is a great accessory. Again, beautiful paint ops on this. This is, I have to say, as a first-rate figure all the way around. And I really do love how the tricorder, I mean, I gotta say, this is pretty ingenious. Mm-hmm. So here's the tricorder open. Now, it's, this is magnetized. This is gonna be a bitch if you lose a part of it, but so it's a big heavy magnet, so you can have it magnetized open or magnetized closed. Mm-hmm. Now, I gotta give it up for EXO-6. This is some dope ass shit, dude. I mean, this is like, wow. Now I gotta say that this is first rate. This is A-list premium Star Trek.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, is there anything about this figure that you don't like?
No.
Me neither. Like
I mean, not trying to be facetious either. I mean, even the connection on the connection here, I like. It just makes it more sturdy. Just makes this feel more sturdy.
Well, there's an extra piece it comes with.
Yeah, because you have this piece here, there. So that just makes it feel just a bit more rigid and a bit sturdier for holding the figure. There's absolutely nothing about this that I have to complain about. It's got great accessories. You can accessorize or deaccessorize because it's Picard,
right?
As much as you want to. Just the look of it is perfect. The face sculpt. I mean, this is one of, if not the best face sculpt I've ever seen on a figure.
It's
for realism, for I mean, I put up a decent picture on Instagram of the face, but like when you've got it at home, and of course when you've got the different lighting coming from different angles,
yeah.
The way that it accentuates the face, you're just going to be absolutely blown away. Just blown away by this. And I'm so sorry if you've missed out on this, folks.
Well, I even love the fact that, even though I forgot to put this back in the box, I love the fact that this vest comes wrapped around a piece of, foam, so it keeps its shape.
Yeah.
I mean, this extra added element of detail, what this shows to me is that for the very first time, now Star Trek has had a long history of action figures throughout the years, beginning all the way back with Amigo figures at the time of the animated series, 73, 74. Then there was Mego doing the motion picture action figures. There were various toy companies like Erdl from the UK that did figures for like Star Trek 3. So Star Trek has had a long history. Playmates, I mean, I love the Playmates did basically a 6-scale plus line of figures. They were good, but obviously they were much more toyetic. They didn't have the realistic face sculpts that we had today. So there is a long history. I mean, Diamond Select, Art Asylum doing Enterprise figures. There's been a lot of good Star Trek figures, and QMX was the first time we got a premium line, and their line's pretty good. Their line was pretty good. The problem is, they didn't make half the stuff they promised, and
I only managed to get the Picard, but it's great because now I've got Picard from Next Generation series, and I've got Picard from movie Picard. So now, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the movies, I do love the outfits. I just absolutely adore the outfits. So this is a Picard who can sit in an Enterprise E chair any day.
Now let me ask you, moving forward, are you going to make EXO-6 a must-buy? So, like, obviously, Janeway, that wouldn't necessarily be a figure it wouldn't have been first on my list. But after I saw it, I'm like, you know what? I put my deposit down, and I have to say, kudos to EXO-6 because you put down $25, and their down payment was $25, and then when you pay when I paid off my Picard, it was just a few weeks before they were shipping.
Yeah.
So, and they announced this Picard, and I think from the time they might have announced it or shown it, within 4 or 5 months, we had it.
Yeah, they're shipping 1 1/4 by the looks of it.
Yeah, and that
seems to be the plan anyway.
That's pretty amazing. Now, are you going to get 7 of 9 in the Doctor?
Without hesitation.
Now, what
I mean, I don't know if you can remember, but when when we first discussed EXO-6, and we first had a look at sorry, I'm just having a look at your cola. What cola brand is that? I've never seen a brand like that before.
This is Zevia, and it has a plant-based sweetener in it. And I have to say, John Campea got me hooked on this stuff. It's ridiculously expensive, but I love it, and it's got a plant-based sweetener in it, so it's better for you than, say, Diet Coke.
Okay.
And,
well, yeah, I mean, okay.
They make a ginger root beer that is to die for. I
like ginger beer.
Dude.
So yeah, when we first discussed EXO-6, when the first rumblings of EXO-6 came around, and they announced the data,
right?
I just remember saying to you very vividly, just look at this head sculpt. This head sculpt looks incredible,
and it comes with 2.
It comes with 2, of course, because you get the partial human skin one. So when the Picard one. So I've got the EXO-6 site open at the moment. When they showed off the Picard, you look at that image, and this is a compliment. I know it's not going to sound like it, but I'm telling you right now, that picture doesn't do the head sculpt any justice.
No, I don't think so either.
It does not do this the picture, and the head sculpt's pretty damn good on the picture. But I'm telling you, in person, it's so much better. It's absolutely insane. So I imagine that the data is going to have an incredible head sculpt. I bet you the Janeway probably looks better in person as well. You do tend to find sometimes that head sculpts, just because you get the 3D instead of the 2D version, so you do tend that they look a lot better. But I love the Doctor. The Doctor, Robert Picardo, is one of my favorite characters in Star Trek. Making Star Trek had a great history of making making non-human entities more human than anyone else.
Yeah,
with Data and then with the Doctor, of course.
I
was just going to say, if I was to select 2 more figures to go with Janeway, considering if they're doing three a thing, I would have said the Doctor and 7 of 9. Those would have been my choices. So absolutely great choices. Yes, absolutely pick them up, no problem.
Now here's this is the data. Now neither one of us have this yet because we ordered it through Sideshow, and I guess Sideshow is getting their second batch, because if you had ordered this data through the website, through the EXO-6 website, you would already have it by now. And again, it comes with a secondary head sculpt. Let me I'm going to throw that up so y'all can see this. So these are the I thought this was very cool. It does come with the data with half the skin. He was being skinned by the Borg Queen. And so you see both of these. And again, I think these pictures don't do the head sculpts justice that we're seeing here. I think the actual product, and again, I don't have the product in hand yet and they keep delaying it because obviously the supply chain. We talked about this. There were 47 ships in LA Harbor. Now there's like 63, I heard yesterday on the news, waiting to dock. So who knows when stuff is going to make its appearance. But now here's some really interesting things about EXO-6. How they are going to proceed. Now, obviously, we know that they're going to do figures. So we now have... We've got, it's interesting, Next Generation and Voyager. Now, even that makes sense to me because Voyager did very well on streaming services. It racked up some big ratings because I think a lot of people, even Star Trek fans, even myself, we may not have been the religious viewers of Voyager that the Star Trek production team may have wanted back in the day. So it makes sense to me that they've done Next Generation and Voyager. I believe that the next figure they'll probably do is Kirk. I would imagine we know they're doing Kirk in his green tunic. Mm-hmm. There's 2 different green tunics, but I think they're using the wraparound green tunic, not the tunic that you saw in like Enemy Within, but the green tunic he had in the second season, which is, I love that green tunic. And of course, QMX didn't do Kirk in the green tunic, so they're giving us, Playmates did for their 9-inch figure line, which is great. But we're getting that now. Obviously, I think probably... I would assume that then for the original series, we would get a Spock and a McCoy. That would be the obvious choice, I think, to do.
Or
maybe they'll give us a
Pike. I think we've got a Pike coming.
Well, yeah, we might. That could be cool. My only thing about that is, I also know that they're going to have to make figures from Discovery, from Picard, and from Strange New Worlds. And I think if they're going to give us those figures, because obviously we've seen that the Strange New Worlds figures, they now have redesigned uniforms. I have to say, it's really interesting. So I was talking to somebody who knows about what's going on. And he asked me, he goes, is there any Discovery figure you would ever buy? And immediately I said, no. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be interesting because I understand that the licensee, they have to make Discovery toys. I get that. I just don't think who's going to drop $200 on a premium format figure. But then I thought, okay, wait a minute. There is, if I had to buy a Discovery figure, if there was one Discovery figure, and that you'd and I don't mean Pike. But of the proper Discovery cast, there is one figure I might buy, but only one.
Who are you going to say?
Who do you think it is?
Is it not Suvok? The captain. I can't remember what his
Captain.
name. This is Discovery. I can't remember any.
So you mean
names.
Saru?
Saru. Yeah, Saru.
Nope. Although I might buy Saru. There's only one figure that I would be interested in buying, only if it's cool, because it's the only character that I. First of all, it's Michelle Yeoh, but it's Michelle Yeoh as Empress Georgiou from the Mirror Universe with her full-on armor and all that shit. I'm like, I might justify buying her, one, because it's Michelle Yeoh, and two, because it's the Mirror Universe. That's it. That's the only... And I just... Saru's a fine character, but no interest. But Emperor Georgiou, sure. I would buy that. And while that was neither confirmed nor denied to me, I think they know, clearly the company that's the EXO-6 and the people there know what would sell. And I think if they had to make it, because the sales figures aren't going to lie. The problem with the I think with the Discovery, like everything else, is the design for everything is terrible. I mean, it's I hate those uniforms.
The uniforms are terrible. The characters are fucking terrible. The show's fucking terrible.
And it's going to be interesting.
Why do I want a bunch of bigots and racists and sexists and misandrists and segregationists in my collection?
But more than that, what have they ever done that was really heroic? You know, I was hard pressed. I was thinking, like, is there ever a moment?
Season.
I mean, yeah, they haven't. There's no episode where I can think of. And when there is, like, what about when Michael Burnham gives the speech to the Federation? I'm like, that's like cribbed. I'm like, that's like cribbed. That's a cribbed Star Trek speech from a bunch of other different episodes. I mean, that was.
And it was garbage.
Yeah, not good.
It was garbage.
But it'll be interesting.
But remember at the start of season 3, where even Michael Burnham said she, can't be asked with her crewmates.
Oh yeah.
She's been here for years. She don't care about them. And then the next episode, she's like,
And you know what? As much as I might like Anson Mount as an actor, he's not Pike, and neither is Ethan Peck Spock. And I look at especially the way Spock looks in Strange New Worlds. I'm like, that's not Spock. So you're never. I think the old school fans that are going to collect these toys, I don't want a Spock figure that isn't Leonard Nimoy. And maybe people would. I mean, I can understand. I always say on my show that there's lots of people who are coming to Star Trek for the first time via Discovery. But to me, you're never going to get me to buy... If I have a pantheon of characters, I'm never going to put a Spock that isn't Leonard Nimoy in that pantheon of Star Trek characters.
No,
like, I'm not going to do it.
I could be tempted. I could be tempted, maybe, to get a Bruce Greenwood Pike.
Well, the only reason I would get a Bruce Greenwood Pike is because at one point he was wearing an admiral's uniform that looked very redolent of Captain Kirk in Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
It's more like Bruce Greenwood as an actor as well. So,
yeah, he's great. I don't know if they're going to do any figures from Star Trek from the Kelvinverse movies. I don't think they have plans to do that. I mean, I don't know.
So when it comes to Enterprise, we know the 3 that they're going to pick.
Okay, let's play that down. So we know they're doing Archer.
Yeah.
I would think they'd have to do T'Pol.
Yeah, and the other one's going to be Trip.
Yeah, I would. Although,
possibly the Doctor. Maybe
I was going to say Dr. Phlox because you know
Dr.
what?
Phlox could be a good one.
Yeah, because Trip and Archer are too similar as figures.
Yeah.
And I think you make it to
all these white people look the same, right?
Well, from a toy standpoint, what I really like about what they seem to be doing is they're really thinking in terms of. They're changing it up for collectors. So
sure.
like as a fan, if they put out Trip and Archer at the same time, I'd be like, okay, but since it's going to take us a long time, it's going to be years before you're going to complete any of the crew. I would rather every time you add a figure, it's got to be something fun, you know. And I'll tell you something else.
Flux would be a good one. I'm just thinking with the holographic Doctor, would they do another Doctor? I mean, they might.
Well, McCoy.
There again, they could do a Hoshi.
Yeah, and again, if they did,
I would be averse to a Hoshi.
If they did a Hoshi, I would hope that they would give a second uniform when she becomes Empress Sato. So I could start building my pantheon of hot Asian girls in the mirror universe. Because I mean, come on, man,
absolutely.
And wouldn't that be cool?
I actually think a Hoshi would be pretty decent.
Yeah.
She's a good character. Hoshi was a good character.
I liked Hoshi. But I liked her even better when she had her Mirror Universe costume on and took control when she killed Captain Archer.
Yeah.
I mean, come now, son. Now, what I really also want is, obviously, I want Star Trek 2. I want the Mighty Maroons. I want Kirk and Spock and Khan to start with. You know?
Okay. Yeah. That seems the obvious. All right, hold on. Let's play a game.
Okay.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture. You have Kirk, and I think then you have Vija.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Ilea.
Ilea, and I know I'd be happy with like a bearded up McCoy.
Well, you know what I was gonna say. I would love Spock when he first comes aboard the Enterprise in his black Vulcan robes.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, because that would be something. If it's one thing. It's fine to have the crew, but if you're making premium format figures, it would be kind of cool to have things that look great, like those Vulcan robes. You know, I would love to get I'd love to get like a 3-pack of the Vulcan Masters, from when Spock's, trying to achieve they'll never do that. I mean, that would be way down, but it would be cool to get those figures because they look great in those robes. And I mean, if you went through, or for the motion picture, they might do an Admiral Kirk, a Spock, and maybe a Klingon, because it's the first time you see a Klingon, although that's probably not. They'll save Klingons for things like Worf and all that, but I mean, again, Spock in the robes, and if Ilea came with a LED, so it's the Ilea probe, so it lights up.
Yes.
Like in her chest. Because I think, in a way, like with the Playmates toys, with the 9-inch figures, it was fun to get the whole crew. Like, you could get the Deep Space Nine crew, the Voyager crew, the Enterprise crew, and line them up on a shelf. But these, because they're so well done, I mean, getting the crew is cool, but because they're premium format figures, it would be nice to get more sort of interesting derivations of those figures.
Well, I mean, I think you pretty much nailed the Wrath of Khan. You could have for Search for Spock, you could have Sarek as one of the figures.
Oh, now that would be amazing. Like when he comes to visit Kirk, in that, yeah. And Krug, Christopher Lloyd,
yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the obvious, I mean, the temptation would just always had to have a Kirk, but I would go with Kirstie Alley.
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean for Star Trek 2?
Oh, that'd be Star Trek 2.
Yeah.
She changes the
Robin. She becomes Robin Curtis. You know what else? You know what would be really cool? I would love to get a premium format figure of Sulu with his wrap-around leather jacket when he goes and he busts.
Oh, for the voyage home.
Yeah, for Star Trek 3 when they're stealing the Enterprise. And he walks and he's don't call me Tiny. Yeah, and he goes and he has the little weapon, but he's got because it would be really fun to get like if you're doing the movie characters, to get the characters in clothing we don't normally see them in, because that would just be
he's still wearing it in the voyage home, because obviously they nicked the bird of prey. That suit, that would be a good looking suiting. I mean, I would I would really want a Spock with headband and robe, and but if you're gonna have the the black robes from voyage from motion picture, but yeah, I mean, God, there's so many sort of ideas that we can be opened up to now. It's whether or not EXO-6 say, hey, look, we're going for the collectors now. We're really going for the collectors. We're going to give them something a little bit different. Yeah, we're going to give them the big guns to start with, your Picards, your Datas, Janeway. Let's hit these captains. Let's hit these shows. And then maybe they start to dip into the movie verse side of it, and we do get to see something a little bit different. I'm thinking Undiscovered. I'd love a Kim Cattrall, man.
Oh yeah, Well, and General Chang.
Absolutely.
I mean, come on, how cool would General? And that's another one, because Kirk and Spock are wearing the Mighty Maroons. Maybe and get an Iman, get the shape-shifting Iman, so you get General Chang. I mean, that would be the kind of thing, because if you've already got Kirk and Spock from Wrath of Khan, you don't need them again. And it's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously it'll be what the market will bear.
Yes.
So I mean, it always is going to come down to that, which is fine. I think it's great, but we'll see what they do, because I would like Hot Toys. I would love it if they would put out, like one a month.
Well, I mean, it looks like one a quarter. That's the turnover time for these.
I know, but with the amount of toys we're talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah, with the amount of toys we're talking about, we're talking once a month for these. Come on. We'll pick one once a month. Yeah, Janeway's coffee mug looks great, by the way.
Well, yeah, I never thought I'd be excited about getting a figure that comes with a coffee mug.
But you could have a scene. You could have Janeway with coffee mug. You could have Captain Picard, and you could have Captain Sisko all together in one scene with Doctor. Because it would make sense, she arrives back and they're having some sort of, we debrief before she gets promoted up to Admiral. That's what they do with her, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Now, on another note, there's something that came up for pre-order that I got to tell you, I flipped out when I saw it. And that behind me, I don't know if you can, let's see, you can't, well, yeah, I guess you can't see it. So right here.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about immediately.
It's my Maximus.
Yeah,
and
Maximus Aurelius, yeah.
Maximus from Gladiator. Now, the head sculpt's not the best, but this figure, you knew Marcus Aurelius. I didn't say I knew him. So I love Gladiator, and that figure is amazing. It's metal. Mm-hmm. The armor's incredible. Now I have to show what showed up this week, and I flipped the fuck out, dude. I'm like, oh.
Are you gonna get it with or without Horsey?
Oh, I think I gotta get the horse.
Okay.
I gotta get the horse. Ladies and gentlemen, Joaquin Phoenix as Commodus. And I saw this figure and I was like, no way. And I can't tell you, the first iteration of the Gladiator figure from the same company is amazing. Of course, this is third party. It's not licensed. So he's the Empire Legion Tyrant. Now, one of my favorite things that this figure comes with is you can see the mouth open right there that I have. That's a moment during one of the gladiator combats where Joaquin Phoenix sticks his tongue out because he's so excited about the bloodletting that's happening. And it also, there's a 2-pack, so you can get him with the blue outfit or the white outfit. So, you know, you got to drop the green and get the 2-pack and get both of them. I mean, I'm just like, come on, man. So I'm incredibly excited about this. Was an instant pre-order, you know. I looked at that figure and I'm like, wow, do I want that?
I understand.
Thank you, Toys Wonderland. Not my normal bill of fare, but still pretty cool. Did you see anything this week that tickled your fancy that you wanted to get?
Have actually made a purchase this week.
Oh,
from
really?
something which is in stock. So it has just shipped from Toys Wonderland. Because as much as she is my beloved, it breaks my heart to have Tifa alone. You see, so I've ordered the Cloud Strife 1 in 6 from the Final Fantasy VII remake video game, and so Cloud and Tifa are gonna find themselves a nice little spot to snuggle away.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, so that's I don't know, it might be here next week, it might be the week after that it arrives. It's on like an 8 to 10 day shipping, so you just don't know.
Yeah.
With that one, but I kind of have a feeling that stuff is going to drop soon. So I'm sort of like holding out for stuff dropping.
There's lots of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, things keep getting pushed. You know, Wonder Woman with the golden armor. I know that Rescue here in the States, Battle Damage Thanos, all this stuff.
Yeah, and Iron Patriots just come out in Japan and Hong Kong.
But it got delayed another month here.
Mm-hmm.
So
because it's got to go through the shipping, and the ships are piling up.
Yes.
So yeah, I decided to go with that. Because it just looked really good as well. It looked spot on. But I bought a video game today. I bought it for my old collection.
Really?
Uh-huh. And I'm not going to say what it is. I'm going to wait until it arrives to show it off.
Wow. How vintage?
PlayStation 1.
Wow. And do you have a PlayStation 1 that still works?
Oh yeah. I've got all the machines. I got all the machines. But I don't even know if I want to. It's the condition it's in looks really, really good.
Oh, right. So
I think it's just going to be one to slide in that collection for me to look at and go,
yeah.
Now, this game also did a line of toys of the characters in the game as well. And I did have a little look online. There was a couple, but kind of want them in slightly better condition. Sir, could you vibe for me for a couple of minutes?
Yes, I could.
Thank you. I need to just step away for 2 minutes.
All right. Go right ahead. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I guess it's just me. Why don't I jump in, and you've been firing in some super chats. So let's see. Darth Cisco says, I ordered Data and Picard through Sideshow, so I won't be seeing them for 5 years. They look so good. I ordered Data through Sideshow. It keeps getting pushed back, but I think you're going to be very happy. The Picard figure is just, it's incredible. You're going to love that. Sends in the super chat badge. Hello. How are you? Hitchhiker42 sends in a super chat and says, last week on a super chat, I wished for a 7 of 9 figure, and EXO-6 says she is coming. So my next wish list is to win the lottery, or my next wish. so I can afford all the toys. I know. I think Az last week said on his show that he wanted a plastic sugar mama, which I thought was a pretty great line. And again, what I love about the 7 of 9 that's coming is she's not in that silver suit. She's in like the red maroon suit, which is what I would prefer because, you know, again, it goes back to it's going to look great on a shelf, and it isn't just the cliche. I love that EXO-6 is really thinking about, okay, we're going to do something a little different, which I love that. I love that a lot. I think it's amazing that they're doing that, and they really know. EXO-6, I think, really understands the collector's mindset and the collector's market, which is amazing. And Hitchhiker 42, ask and you shall receive. EXO-6 sent out an email talking about that. As a matter of fact, let me find that email because it also showed a little bit of the holographic Doctor, which I thought was quite interesting. Shall we tell? Let's see what EXO-6. Oh, this is when I actually reached out to EXO-6 to see if I could get an interview or bring on the head of EXO-6. Love him to come on this show. I don't know. They'd probably check with Paramount like, no, you can't go on Rob Burnett's show. Oh, well. Let's see. EXO-6. Maybe I erased it already. EXO-6. 7 of 9. We shall see. Nope. I guess I can't find it. I don't know where it is. But it did come out, and they did tease 7 of 9 and the holographic Doctor. So they were both pictures of both in the email. So that's pretty cool. Aaron T. sent in just a super chat. Thanks, Aaron T. I appreciate that. Very nice. Stubble McShave is here and says, there's so many characters from Deep Space Nine that would be cool. How about an Odo, Garrick, and Quark? I would love all of those. I would love most of the Deep Space Nine characters. I mean, I think, obviously, Gul Dukat, a good Cardassian, would be a great figure. I would love a great Cardassian figure if we could get one. As Stub McShave's writing in and is talking about Deep Space Nine.
Why would you want a Kardashian 1 in 6, man?
Ha.
Come on.
There's so many characters from Deep Space Nine. Odo, Garrick, Quark. There's a lot of great. I would love a Gowron. You know, a one-eyed. I mean, no, not a Gowron. Martok, a one-eyed General Martok, Klingon General Martok. I would love that. I mean, there's so many characters, and that's the thing. I mean, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to live long enough on this planet before I would get all the premium figures that EXO-6 would make, because there's so many that they've made. 200 watt.
The cheeky way of getting an extra Worf in, of course, is doing Worf in grey outfit, and that way you can bounce in between the Next Generation team and DS9. So we've got a multifunctional Worf, fully functional
Worf. 200 Watt Studio says you wouldn't buy Disco figures, but how about Star Trek Continues figures? Well, Star Trek Continues is a fan film series, and it's just Kirk, Spock, and McCoy, and I would not buy Star Trek Continue figures. Oh, Jubs McGee asked a good question. Hail, gentlemen, have you guys had anything from So-So Toys?
Mm-hmm.
I fancied a new Spider-Man, saw their Spider-Man Noir with the coat and hat and had to pull the trigger. I have to say, So-So Toys is at the very top of the third-party game. You know, I got their Green Arrow figure, the Stephen Amell Green Arrow.
Yeah, I got that.
That figure is
wonderful.
Fantastic. And then I have their Butcher figure from The Boys. That comes with two heads.
Criticism with the Green Arrow is the mask.
Yeah, it's
the
a
mask doesn't. It's a
pain in the ass to get on.
Yeah,
they should have just made a second head sculpt,
or just used a proper sizing.
Yeah,
that would have been good, and made it elastic so it had some give in it. You know.
Yeah. Zachary P asks us if either one of us have a Magneto.
Ooh, that's interesting because I was, as always, on Sideshow the other day, and I did see the Sideshow Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't, but I was really tempted to pull the trigger on it.
You know, I don't know if I had it last week, but I did get the Cyclops.
Yeah, I put myself on the waiting list for that.
Yeah, I really love this figure, to be honest. I mean, these are Sideshow made figures, but I love the X-Men to me, and they've made, like, they're very much the Jim Lee X-Men team that was introduced in X-Men 1 when they rebooted. I mean, not rebooted, but started a second big X-Men book after Uncanny.
You don't find that the term X-Men is outdated?
Yeah, fuck that. They're the X-Men. I don't give a fuck. X-People.
Victoria, shut up.
X-They. X-Zer. Come on.
X-They, them.
No, the X-Men. I mean, we gotta. It's getting a little ridiculous. They're called the X-Men.
Yeah.
Now I understand. I get it.
Human. It's human, and you take the hue out because they're mutants.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why it's X-Men. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's getting a little. It's getting a little crazy out there, getting a little crazy.
Getting very crazy out there.
I mean, let's talk about the copyright and how the X-Men have been a brand for 50 years. You know, And by the way, when I think of the X-Men, I think of a lot of my favorite female characters.
Yes.
Like characters like Psylocke and like Storm. You know, like Kitty Pryde. Jean Grey.
Pride,
Rogue. I mean, the X-Men have as many great female characters as male characters. And I'll tell you, I've never thought less of those characters. Jubilee, because they're women. I mean, I've liked... I'm a huge... To me, the X-Men were my comic team, the X-Men are to me what Star Trek is. They're the comic book equivalent of how much I love Star Trek translated over to a different way than I loved Teen Titans and loved the Justice League, but I love X-Men. And I really like these Sideshow X-Men figures, and I think they're great. And I like the fact that they're styled after because they're coming out with Gambit, Wolverine. They already came out with a Magneto. I'm gonna have to go find that Magneto.
So it could happen is the answer. It could happen.
Yeah. I don't have a 6-scale Magneto. I have other Magneto.
There's something we haven't discussed.
Oh, there is.
There was a new item put up from Hot Toys.
Oh, hang on. Let me figure out what that is. Let me go.
I'd be very shocked if you didn't.
I don't know which thing you are referring to because, yes, there are many.
Oh, okay. The latest.
Let me see. Would it have something to do with Star Wars or animation?
No.
Animation?
Animation.
Now, this is interesting. I'll be curious to hear what you think about this. Yes, something we've discussed, you and me and Justin, we've discussed whether they would even make this particular thing. And I don't know why, but the Toys Wonderland website is it's kind of slow. I might have to go to somewhere else. But let me pull this up if it's indeed what it is you were referring to. Man, there's a lot of good stuff that dropped this week. Let's see. Hang on. I have to get to it. And
Get to it.
So what they dropped, which I think is quite amazing. And again, I'm just trying to pull it up here. Here we go. And I can't believe that they're doing this. It is badass. I really want it. Let me just, if it is indeed what you're referring to, from What If, they announced Hot Toys is making the Hydra Stomper and Steve Rogers in 6th scale. I am very excited about this. I mean, this is a big, chunky boy, and it looks amazing, and I really want it, and I think it's very cool. Let Well, and I mean, what is not to love about this? What's not to love about this? Now, let me ask you, what do you think? Are you gonna pull the trigger on this one?
Already have.
Of course you have.
I like the Hydra Stomper. I like the idea of it. I like I like that it's an alternative Mark 1,
Right, that's kind of what I think too.
It's kind of like Mark 0, or whatever you want to call it.
Instead of making Ironmonger, they made the Hydra Stomper.
Yeah. And that's the only kind of thing that I am really taken out of What If.
Although I have to say, did you watch last week's What If? Or this week's What If? The Thor What If?
No, I've heard it's What If people stop being toxic.
I wouldn't call it that. But it has something at the end I desperately want. I want Hot Toys. At the end of this What If...
Trust me, you can ruin it for me. I really don't care, because
I'm
probably
well,
not
then I'll
going to
say
watch it.
What shows up at the end of What If is Ultron with all of the Infinity Stones.
All right.
In him. And with a bunch of Ultron, and I'm like, oh my, and you can't really see him because he's in shadows or whatever, but I'm like, please make that, because I'm a huge Ultron fan, and if they made up a fucking light up big Ultron with all the Infinity Stones embedded in him, I mean, I was just like, why aren't we seeing that show?
Why isn't he already taken over the world?
Why? Well, you just see him show up. He must have because in What If, they don't have the Avengers yet in this one, so Ultron was able to go off world and get the Infinity Stones because they were never on Earth the way they were.
Wouldn't he have, as soon as he got all 5, wouldn't he have just gone, right, this is going to happen, all that?
Well, no, because he wouldn't have the same thing that Thanos wanted. Ultron wants to kill a bunch. He just wants to kill everybody. Oh, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know. He can just be like, okay, yeah, that's good. Although maybe he's not able to do that. Maybe his programming doesn't allow him. Like, you need to be, in order to make that, you have to be a sentient being.
They
haven't really. Now I'm already overthinking this, but
yeah,
I want this Ultron.
Do I have to quote "Measure of a Man" to you, sir?
Yes, it's right. But again, I really love this Hydra Stomper, the way it comes with both this. You can get it alone, or you can get it with the Steve Rogers figure here, and I think it's great. Yeah, I think you got to get it. So you got to go with Steve, right?
I think it's quite a cool looking Steve. I like his outfit. I like the whole World War II aesthetic. So I think it's just going to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But you know what's going to be pretty cool? When we get our Playmobil Enterprises.
So let's talk about that. So for those of you who have watched our show, we have a benefactor, a man named Martino Simoni, who lives somewhere on the Swiss-Italian border, somewhere within driving distance of the dam that you see Pierce Brosnan or his stuntman jump off of at the beginning of the 1995
That's not Pierce Brosnan.
Martin Campbell directed James Bond film GoldenEye, a man who is restoring a Lotus 7 from The Prisoner in real life. And what did he do for us? What did he do for us, Az?
Well, I mean, a few weeks ago on this very show on Fully Articulated, you got a $500 super, and that super from Martino said,
It was a tip. It was a tip.
Yeah, you go get yourself that Playmobil
Enterprise.
And it was just like, the Playmobil Enterprise original TOS.
Yeah, it was the most crazy, amazingly nice thing that's ever happened on. I couldn't believe it.
So that was because I didn't know Martino because he's a connoisseur of your channel. So I was just like, good on you, man. And then a couple of weeks later, I wake up to this email from Martino saying, as you I mean, this is his words, not my. He said, "You deserve to have one too." And I was like, "I don't deserve anything, but I'm really grateful." And he just said, "I will get you a Playmobil TOS Enterprise."
Bruh.
And these things are like, this is going to be like this big, folks.
It's like 42 inches.
Crazy.
And what did you tell me about? What did you tell me about the actual disposition? So, I was told, because Martino already has his. He got one too.
Yes, he sent us pictures. Yeah,
and he has his. We haven't received ours yet, but I got a shipping notice. So I should have mine in the next couple days, I would imagine.
I have not had a shipping notice yet. Mine, but I'm in the UK, and mine is still showing as processing, but it's pre-ordered.
Now, for those of you who don't know what we're even talking about,
Playmobil. Bring it on screen.
Playmobil is obviously a company. Is it German? It's a European toy company, isn't it?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know, to be honest with you.
I didn't grow up with Playmobil, although my friend Mike bought a really cool Playmobil pirate ship that he still has, 40 years later. So here is, again, what's really interesting is I talked about, here's the Star Trek box, the style guide. This is what all Star Trek, that's what round 2, when they make the model kits, they look like this. This is 42 inches long. So here it is. And obviously there's a lot of people that have complained that it's stylized. It's the kid-like version of the Enterprise, but that's what I think makes it so charming. And you can, it's the whole point of it. So here's the bridge, and this is huge. I mean, if I had this as a little kid, this would have been my favorite toy ever. It also lights up, and it works with an app on your phone. So you've got the engineering section. It plugs in with the USB, and then here is the thing. Here's the Enterprise in all of its Playmobil glory. And imagine this. This is 42 inches long, people. This is a big, 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 big toy. And, yes, $500. And, it's the kind of thing where even I'm like, come on, bro. But thank you to Martino, a viewer of this channel, who has bequeathed us both.
I know. What a guy.
With a Playmobil Enterprise. But again, I mean, I think the fact that it is kid-like and toyetic and all that, I think it's really cool,
I think looks absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah, it's if you're gonna do something, like if you're gonna do a Lego Enterprise, then you're gonna have it in a Lego-y style.
Right.
You're gonna do a Playmobil Enterprise, you're gonna do it in a Playmobil style, and yeah, I think it's better. And they've done it in the style of their product as opposed to try and...
I just got to show this picture because this cracks me up. So this is from the Playmobil. This is the Playmobil website. Here is a picture of the Enterprise on a table in the middle of a room. And I love how you have this very diverse group of people sitting around having a few drinks, or whatever. And you my house, no, it is like this every night. But what I like is you got the one dude with the man bun. He's clearly on the app controlling the sound effects and the lights because you work it with an app. And I love that there is no pretense at all made that this is for kids. It's like, and here you can see like here it is open, and they're clearly controlling it with the app. And I love the fact that wait. I love this, and now look at this. It even comes with it's so beautiful. And what I think is really fun is it even comes with a special hanger, so you can hang it from the ceiling. But the thing about hanging it from the ceiling is you can't. I mean, it's so. Yeah. So thanks again to Martino. So what do you think of that? Now that you see that, I love the fact that they're directing this to This isn't for kids.
Yeah, this is this adults. This is for you. You know, nerds. This is yours. You know.
Yeah.
There's no pretense here whatsoever. It's, you know, keep your kids away. Have some booze. Do your Playmobil. Hang it up if you want. Put it on the coffee table as a feature if you like. And then and then bang the chick together later on. It's a great night. That is a great night. You know,
would you call that a fully articulated night?
I'd say that's a fully articulated day they're gonna have. But it's great. I think that's that marketing's perfect. It's just kids, no. This is $500 worth of fun for adults, okay? These are adults who like TOS. Ideally, we'd age them up 20 years, but we've got to try and make it a little bit sellable, okay? So we're going to do ambiguous early 30s people.
I mean, you know, it's funny. I just this picture, by the way, cracks me up. I mean, I just find this picture like it's right out of an episode of Friends. The episode, what is it? The one where they bought the Enterprise. Would that be the title of the episode? The one where they bought the Enterprise. You know, it's edgy.
To me, I know, but I saw the Enterprise.
No rent today.
Right, I am holding this Enterprise until you pay the rent. Can we still display it in the front room? Of course we can. Can I still play with it? Yeah, of course you can. Cool.
I mean, the thing is, though, if you're going to put it in a place like this front room picture, you have to let everybody play with it. And I'm like, don't touch it. You're not playing with it. Right.
I would let people touch my Enterprise.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm the kind of person that loves it when people get excited about stuff like that.
And maybe that's the point. I can have my beautiful, absolutely screen accurate Master Replicas Enterprise up on a shelf, but the Playmobil Enterprise is for everybody. Yeah. You know, you're supposed to take off the lid and play with it and enjoy it.
Yeah, as long as I don't come downstairs and there's a yellow fucking piss stain.
Yeah, right.
From Bell.
But you know, like the old thing, whenever people come into your house and they look at the action figures, the first thing they're going to do is make everyone on the bridge fucking.
Yes.
There's
going to be bent over Uhura's. There's going to be bent over Chekhovs.
Kirk and Spock are going to be getting it on.
Kirk and Spock are scissoring.
Yeah.
They're 69ering.
They're 69ing.
In the chair.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kirk is.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's because ever since I was a kid and had action figures, every time a friend would come over and they would leave, there was some figure was in some untoward position with another figure.
Yeah.
Barbie was banging G.I. Joe.
I've never done that with 1 in 6 figures.
I don't either.
Particularly on a live stream.
Yeah, I know.
Hail Friday Night Tights.
Noah Mint says, "Hail, you amazing people. I hope you both are doing amazing. Figure collecting is truly one of the best hobbies. I most collect 12th scale and enjoy some 1/6 scale. Now, I would say for any of you, our beloved Jazz Inc., you know, they've been showing the 1/12th Justice Mobile, which looks pretty great. Pretty great.
But people are gonna buy it though.
Yeah, I wonder if they will.
You gotta buy it. You know, those 1 in 6s are going like hotcakes.
They are.
And it's good to see some 1 in 12 representation today because Marksman of 117B is not here today. He's having his cast taken off at the hospital. So he feared there would be no 1 in 12 representation. So when he watches this back, first of all, 1 in 12.
Noah
secondly, hope you're doing okay. Dude.
Noah Mint has his back.
Yes. I mean, in all fairness, I mean, I do have a couple of 1 in 12s on order. Sure. You know, those Mezco stuff is really good. So I do have like a Mezco Superman and Nightfall Batman. Oh, I should say, no, yeah, Medicom. Sorry, no Medicom, not Mezco. Medicom. So I've got those on pre-order because they just look awesome. I mean, here, I'll give you where can I drop the link for for you.
Well, I'll put it up. I'm going to show this. Let me put up so people can see what we're talking about. Here is the Jazz Inc. 1/12 scale Justice Mobile. Let's see, I gotta move this. Let me move this up a bit so people can see it. But this is quite. I mean, this is an amazing piece. Blow this up so people can see it. And this is obviously, they use the same tooling and everything that they made their 1/6 scale version, which you own. So this is an incredible piece. Yeah. So tell us about. So Jazz Inc. is obviously doing a line of Batmobiles. They're doing the Batman Forever Batmobile. They're doing this 1/6 scale. The one I'm most excited about, the 66 Batmobile. Tell us about your Justice Mobile.
My Justice Mobile was it's the Batman versus Superman Batmobile with the Justice League add-on parts, which is the cannon, the rocket launchers, all of the stuff that you can actually see on there. I bought the track to go under it as well, so I have that track too. Fits 2 1-in-6s, Batman and lover, you know, or friend that he wants to get a McDonald's with.
Imagine,
you know?
Amazing.
It's still in its box because I need to get a proper home made for it, but it's getting closer and closer by the day.
By the way, I have to say that Star Trekker 58 just became a member of the channel for 6 months.
Nice.
Thank you, Star Trekker 58. I'd be curious what you think since you're out there. What do you think about EXO-6? And are you going to be? Now, I want to show something else that Jazz Inc. also makes 1/6 dioramas. And here, for instance, this is pretty badass. This is, I mean, pardon me, they do the 1/12 dioramas. So here's the opening. Here's the Rebel Blockade Runner, the entryway for the Star Wars Black series, which are 1/12 scale figures, 6-inch figures. And so they also do these kinds of dioramas, which are in fact badass. I mean, I'm a huge fan. And have you seen the prototypes of the Millennium Falcon, the rest of the cargo bay? Did you see? Dude, I got it. Okay. Let me find. I got to show me how you make those Star Wars dioramas. They make
that is a great diorama, by the way.
Yeah, it's and they do incredible things. So obviously a father-son team in the Netherlands, EXO-6, they make these. So for those of you who don't know, they made half the cargo bay. They made the section of the Millennium Falcon where they played for those of you, the 3D chess set, the 3D chess in the original Star Wars, and but they only did half of it. A little bit. Actually, they did a quarter of it, that corner. And they just were showing, I got to find and see where did I see this picture, because I've got to find where the picture is. And now again, I can't find it. I'm looking for it, but Yost put up a picture of it, and it was mind-bogglingly cool. So let me see.
Because you have that area.
Yeah.
Or the first half of that area.
Yes.
You have the cockpit.
Yes. And I've got the Millennium Falcon cockpit, which is right over here. And I've got the incredible. Absolutely incredible. But maybe it was an email that he sent out. I'm looking, but when you see this, dude, I was like, first of all, it's huge. Absolutely huge.
Huge.
Let me see if it. I'm looking. Jazz Inc. dioramas. No, where did I see this picture? I don't know if it was on social media or whatever, but
Facebook.
I looked on Facebook. I didn't see it.
Okay,
but it's somewhere around here. Let's see, Jazz maybe, you know what? Maybe it's on their website somewhere and I'm missing it. Let me find it again. But yeah, incredible. So do you have any, what do you have totally? You have a whole slew of things on order from Jazz Inc.
Oh, sweet mother of Mary. I have the 1 in 6 bat signal paid, done. I have the Justice Mobile delivered, paid, delivered. I have the Batman Forever Batmobile 1 in 6, paying it off in I think 12 months.
Right.
Maybe 6 months. 12. I think yeah, something like that. Anyway, I have the Bat computer from the Batcave 1 in 6, paid off. I have the snow speeder 1 in 6 snow speeder from Empire Strikes Back, paying that off on again about I think on a year payoff.
Yep.
I have the 1966 Batmobile, paying that off as well on layaway, whatever you want to call it. And I have now paid off completely and due to receive in December, because I'm in batch 1 of the 1 in 6 Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. Juiced Vulture. So that I can't wait to get that. I can't wait to get that. And there might be something I've missed. Oh my god, there's 2 things I've missed. There's the 1 in 6 Batman v Superman Batwing, and the 1 in 6 Batman 1989 Batwing.
Yeah. Well,
I need a new house.
I know. I'm just looking at I don't know where this picture was. I'm trying to find the picture that he posted, and I don't know where it is. But okay.
Where did you go?
Our friend Lael Rockwell, 1/6 scale man, is in. He sends in a super chat and he says, "Lord Nostalgia." Well, Lael, I thank you for that. I think we're all Lord Nostalgia. Elvis Vasquez says, "Commodus, R.I.P. my wallet." What is laugh out loud? P.S. My girlfriend is outside waiting on your daughter. Uh-oh, I don't know what that means. But, the girlfriends, some are supportive. Some, I don't think, understand.
No.
Some don't understand.
And the need to get with the fucking program. Okay, girlfriends, get with the program.
What can you do? I got to find this picture because it's so impressive. The picture of the Millennium Falcon cargo bay. When you see it, you're going to die. And I don't know why I can't find it. Let's see. I keep looking. So anything else that has dropped that you want?
Everything.
Well, the answer to that question is yes.
Well, I mean, look, I can just swing my camera a little bit there. Look, I need more.
Dude,
I need
look at that. Look at that.
I need more 501sts. I've only got the 8. I haven't started buying them yet from Toys Wonderland. I can get another 6 of the deluxes, you know.
Oh man.
I can get another 6 deluxes. I get another 4 of the regular 501st. That'd be a nice eclectic mix of the 2. You know, some with the painted helmets, some without painted helmets. A couple of Coruscant guards. There's another 2 on order of the Coruscant guards as well. Because when my Darth Maul arrives and it comes in his sarcophagus, I want 2 at the back, 2 at the front, guarding the Darth Maul sarcophagus.
I found it.
I got more than shelves. I got a bunch of cases. You know what I'm saying?
I found what I was looking for. So
I still haven't in life.
So I gotta play this. So for those of you who don't know, they only made the back corner of where the game table is. Now I gotta show this to you, man, because let me just I'm gonna blow it up. Hang on, let me pause this so you can. Let me make sure, dude. You're gonna see this and flip your shit. It's just, I just look at this and I'm like, okay. Now imagine, folks, this is in 6 scale, so it fits figures that are 12 inches tall.
Like I said, Marksman 117B. It wasn't. It's of course it's Man of War, the neighbor of the beast, who's the 1 in 12. So I have insulted him even further.
Oh no!
Which makes me even happier now. Which makes me happier. Can I get another name that doesn't begin with M?
Dude,
Jesus
okay,
Christ,
watch
man.
this. I'm going to bring this up. Here it is. This is a 6 scale, the Millennium Falcon, the full cargo hold where Luke was wielding his lightsaber, learning, and this is a set. This is just, I mean, this is in process, but this is a whole goddamn set. This is like a film set. And I looked at how big this is. Now I've got the back corner. I guess I can get rid of most of the back corner instead of the pieces. But this is like dude, come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. And
my God,
dude, I don't know.
You're gonna have to kick the missus out. You need this,
I don't
take
even
your shit with you. I need the space. Sorry, Elizabeth.
I don't even know. It's just so awesome. I can't even begin to.
That is unbelievable.
Isn't that unbelievable? I mean, you can have R2 and 3PO and Chewbacca playing that chess set and or chess game, and
no, I'll play it again, Sam.
And you can have Luke and Ben training on the lightsaber. I mean, dude, I just look at that. I'm like, oh my God, and I don't know where you'd put it. I mean, the real.
I'd put it on my head. I'd wear it like a hat with pride.
Well, first of all, the Dejaric pieces. That's what the 3D chess is called, Dejaric.
Yeah.
Sideshow made a Dejaric table with those clear pieces a long time ago, and it's really expensive. But now, I need with that you need the Dejaric pieces. You need the game pieces. You got to have them on the table. You got to find out who's got them, or
just as a crack whore.
I mean, if you're gonna have an authentic holochess display, you need it, or somebody's got a 3D, because once that comes out, someone's gonna 3D print all the Dejaric pieces, because you need them. You can't have a Dejaric table, and a full and the cargo bay of the Millennium Falcon, dude. When you have all that, I mean, that's going to be one massive display. That is one massive 6 scale Millennium Falcon display.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, by the way, I know you were laughing at Man of War 665, Neighbor of the Beast, says, wow, just wow. After all our pitched battles over scale, you couldn't be bothered to remember my bloody name.
Just shows how one-sided they were.
You know why? It's probably because he hasn't bought a 1 in 12th scale Justice Mobile.
Yeah.
If he did.
Have you?
No, I don't collect 1/12.
No, Man of War 665.
Oh.
I like the way I don't collect 1 in 12. What do you take me for? A loser?
No, that's not true. I got look, man, I do have some, I've told people, if there's a movie I love, like Dawn of the Dead, I will buy the 12th scale fun movie figures. I got the Warriors, Dawn of the Dead, Clockwork Orange, Danger Diabolic. I have a few.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a great set, by the way. I love this set. It's really good. Maybe one day I'll take it out, open it up, have it on the shelf somewhere. Maybe one day.
One day.
So, what else? What else is there's what else is coming out? What else can we talk about? I mean, I feel like we're running out of steam, but that's okay. It doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, we've been going through all the official stuff.
Yes.
I do like to go shopping at Toys Wonderland for the non-official stuff.
And there is a lot of the Toys Wonderland is, I mean, the stuff that they've still got their birthday sale going on, so you can get 10% off.
Oh shit! Have you seen that Kyle Rayner statue?
No. Where is that on Toys Wonderland?
It's on Toys Wonderland near Rivals. There's a 1 in 4 Kyle Rayner statue. Wow. Kyle Rayner Green Lantern.
Man of War 665 neighbor of the Beast says, "Oh, and Rob, this is for you. He's giving me the finger." I deserve that, Man of War.
You just completely and innocently just fucking shaded the shit out of him.
But it was innocent. I know
it was innocent. Yeah, but you just pissed all over him innocently. Yeah, that oh my god, that Kyle Rayner statue is beautiful.
I'm looking for the new
Arrivals. Just scroll down to New Arrivals, and it's
I know, but I can't. Statues and
it's
figures.
showing us a new arrival for me.
Yeah, I don't know what's I'm looking. Sort by latest.
Just on the front page. I know. I just scrolled down.
I'm looking at the front page.
Okay, go down pre-orders then. Pre-orders. It's third.
See, I got that weird. I'm in the weird. I'm in statues and figures. Sort by latest. I want to go to pre-orders, so I'm going to pre-orders. But for whatever reason, it's just not. Oh, here it is. Oh, whoa, there. I refresh, and there it is.
Boom. Got him.
Wow. Let me show. Ooh. This is XM Studios. Wow, this is pretty badass. Let me now, are you a big Kyle Rayner fan?
Yeah, I like Kyle Rayner. Yeah. I started collecting Green Lantern literally as Hal Jordan was going mad and Kyle Rayner took over.
Yeah, turning into Parallax and the dark. He's going to extinguish the sun. So here it is. Here is and it's cheap. It's only $1,134.32 American. So here's Kyle Rayner. It's This is quarter scale. So this is a big boy. A chunky. Pretty cool. I like all this detail. This is a very much an action statue. Great pose. Yeah. Pretty neat. Let's see what else. More detail. Wow. That is pretty big. That is a big statue. Here's to give it a little there you get a little wow, that's a big chunky. Does it light up? I'm looking at it. It seems like yeah, I thought so too. It's a great Green Lantern outfit. I really like that. So are you gonna pull the trigger on that?
Where the fuck am I gonna put it?
I don't know. Does it matter?
Honestly, I've got poor Mark from Battle of the Planets from Desperate to Get Out still in his box, and Siri still in a box.
I know, man. You've had Battle of Planets Mark in a box for how long? But then again, I got to open my quarter scale Spider-Man. I really got to open my quarter scale Spider-Man.
I got my downstairs. I have my Jabba the Hutt. I have my Hulkbuster and my 1 in 4 Spider-Man.
It's a sickness.
No, the disease is no space right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorting out the space. And Sideshow have got another Prime 1 in 3 Geralt of Rivia statue. And it's just so beautiful. And my brain is just like, get it. And I'm just like, fuck off.
I think well, the answer on this show, you have no sympathy for me. The answer is always yes.
This is why I didn't go to you to discuss it, or Gary. I went to Mauler to discuss it because I know what you and Gary's answers is. It's just yes.
Oh wait, so Mahler's the guy you go to talk you out of things now?
Well, he's the guy that I go to for a rational.
Okay, I gotta show you.
About things.
I gotta show you this, and I think I might have to get this. Mezco, this is on Toys Wonderland too. Mezco, they have this, the Ultimate Godzilla. It's 18 inches tall, 33 inches from teeth to tail, movable jaw, light up mouth, light up dorsal fins, realistic plastic eyes, movie accurate sounds, 10 points of articulation. The fins light up, bruh. This is a good looking Godzilla, and I think I need it. Because I'm a Godzilla fan, and I've got small Godzillas. I got the SA figure outs Godzilla.
That is a really cool Godzilla.
It's a really cool Godzilla. I mean, I need it.
Damn, those fins lighting up as he's about to do his.
I know, right? But the thing is, here's my problem. Now, here's the thing that worries me. So you get this 18-inch, almost $500 Ultimate Godzilla. What if they put out Rodan, Ghidorah, Minya, Gigan,
then you
Jet
have to
Jaguar.
buy them as well. Jet Jaguar.
That's right.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, Megalon. You'd have to have them all.
Mecha Godzilla.
Mecha Godzilla, King Kong in that scale.
Then you have to buy them.
It's true. Don't want to go down that road because I think it's got one day the road must end.
Robert, is always yes.
I know, but it's got to end one day. One day I've got to stop. We got to stop, right?
But does it? But does it really? Life's too short to stop having pleasures.
No, I agree with you. It's just that, I think I need a bigger. I can't just have everything in a garage here in the Robservatory. It would be nice. Yeah. It would be nice to have a nice a basement in a house that could be a new Robservatory, a giant basement where everything could be on display and lit up. And
well, there is a way around that. You take the lovely Elizabeth, you sit her down, and you say, "Start pushing your weight." Okay. Go out, get another job. You're here at home. You could be working.
Well, she is getting her master's degree right now.
That sounds just like an excuse.
She is an art center, one of the greatest art colleges in the world. She is an art center right now.
Yeah, we've all got excuses.
Actually, I have a better idea. We have her two daughters live with us. We'll kick them to the curb, and then I've got 2 rooms I could fill my stuff up with. Come on, kids.
If you want, we can trial 1. Just getting rid of 1.
Go do some adulting.
Yeah, it's about time that you made it in the big wide world. Yeah,
you're gone. Those rooms are yours, not yours anymore.
Yeah. It was always alone. The rooms were always just alone. Okay.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can. You sort of can though.
Dude, I love these light up features on this Godzilla. I want it. That
Godzilla does look absolutely great. One day, Az and Rob will be found dead under an avalanche of toys. One can only hope.
That'd be a cool way to go.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the suffocation element to it, it'd be like, I could, literally got buried with my boys and girls.
Yeah.
I could take that.
I have to say, there's something, there's full-scale things that I don't necessarily, I don't usually go for, prop replicas of things, but I got to tell you, as a Gundam fan, and I am a Gundam fan, there is a Jar's helmet, his Stahlhelm, is there. I think I might have to get this because it's awesome. I might have to get this. I mean, I've got he's always behind me over my shoulder. You can see this actually, I'll go full screen. So here he is. One of the great antagonists in anime history. the Red Comet himself. And so getting this helmet, I might have to get this, and I would wear this. I might even do a show live wearing this if it existed. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you could. Terje from Norway says, after I plugged Airwolf on your show, it's now funded. Search YouTube for Mars Industry Airwolf Masterpiece for the final look. I can't wait to see it. Really? I'm going to do that right now. So for those of you who don't know, they were crowdfunding a 1/18th scale Airwolf.
Yeah.
That was being crowdfunded. And let's see, Mars, it looked pretty great. It looked a little toyetic to me, but that was because it's a kit. Airwolf. Master.
There's been some interesting 1/6s. We've got a Tom Cruise from Top Gun.
Yeah, but those are those Redmond toys, and I'm not a fan of those. They're not great.
And then Black 8 Studio are doing a 1/6 Brad Pitt from Snatch.
Yeah,
and the Tony Soprano.
Yeah, and the Tony Soprano, again, the head sculpt. Not down with the head sculpt. So here's a little video that this is the Airwolf that was crowdfunded, and they're showing, here it is. Actually, let me go back to the beginning here. So here's the Airwolf, and this looks pretty damn good, man. I've always liked this design. I'd much rather get a Blue Thunder like this, but this is magnetized removable. Like this is really, I mean, this is really cool. This doesn't look nearly as Toyotic. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Az, do you think would you go for this? Would you get this? Is this Airwolf something that you might be at all interested in? Would you go for Airwolf?
I'm gonna have to pass on this, simply for room's sake.
Yeah.
And that is literally it, just for room's sake.
You could hang it from the ceiling.
I could hang it from the ceiling. But then it's sort of like it's up, you only get to see its underbelly. So yeah, I don't have a place right now for it. Yeah, Airwolf was Jean-Michael Vincent. Yeah.
Yep.
Blue Thunder was completely different. Well, the Blue Thunder movie.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of that movie.
Very different to the TV show. Was it Jaffa?
Yeah, Jaffo, just another fucking observer.
Yeah, and he escapes and he gets fucking run over.
Yeah,
and he's like in the series, and we're kids watching. Is like, oh, but that was Rob.
Daniel Stern was Jaffo in the movie.
No. Sorry. I'm talking about the main character. It was Rob.
Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider. That's it. Roy Schneider.
Scheider, yeah. And what's great about what I've always loved about Blue Thunder to me is it was the end of the 70s conspiracy thriller and the beginning of, I mean, it was a 1983 movie, but it really brought in the 80s action film in a big way. The idea of I love like massive urban destruction, like when buildings are blown up, like in Die Hard, and having an was it F-15s or F-16s? I think it's F-15s. Or no, F-16s trying to shoot down the Blue Thunder in the skies in downtown Los Angeles. Come on. You can't go wrong with that. It's great stuff. It's great stuff.
But Jaffo!
So is there anything else that we want to show before we wrap this up?
I think we've been pretty succinct.
I think we have. This was I think we've done a great show. We've almost gone 2 hours, sir.
Oh no!
And we're all caught up on all of this stuff.
There's the Back to the Future 3. Doc and Marty as well up for pre-order.
Yeah, did you we didn't talk about those. We should show those because they're quite extraordinary.
I'm not a fan of Back to the Future 3.
Oh, well then there you go. Then we don't have to show them.
Well, we can show them for the audience, but
I do think that the figures are quite good.
Oh my God, there's a beautiful. Somebody's just linked us in Twitter the Godzilla versus Evangelion Mecha Godzilla exclusive model kit.
Oh.
That's up on Big Bad Toy Store, arriving middle of next year. $175.
Wow.
Instructions may or may not be in be in English.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Looks cool as fuck.
Doesn't it though?
Yes, 24 centimeters tall. 9.45 inches.
Yeah, that's not tall enough. Come on. I want things that are
yeah.
scale.
Something like that's got to be. It's got to be 45 inches.
Now, let's see. I'm pulling these up so people can see them. So they can. I have to say, even though Back to the Future 3 might not be your jam, I do have to say that this Marty McFly figure is pretty great. So here's Marty McFly from Back to the Future 3. This has gone up for pre-order. I really dig this figure. I think it looks terrific. I like the Michael J. Fox head sculpt quite a bit. And here, let me go to the Doc Brown. I mean, again, I think the look on this is great. But like you said, I mean, you have to be a Back to the Future fan. I don't know why Hot Toys just dropped these out of like nowhere. It's pretty cool that they made them. But I think what's really interesting is in all of these pictures, they have the Back to the Future 3 DeLorean. So I'm wondering, are they going to reissue the DeLorean with parts where you can make it either Back to the Future 2, and Back to the Future 3? Because that would be a really cool thing to do.
I would get that DeLorean. I mean, I've ordered the Marty and the Doc from Back to the Future.
Yeah.
One of my favorite films of all time, Back to the Future.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, God, to get the DeLorean as well. I'm just gonna be holding toys as I walk around the house. Just gonna have like a belt which I just strap on. It's gonna have
like Chewbacca's bandolier, but instead of extra ammunition, it's just gonna be 6-scale toys down your belly.
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do.
It's true. And then you have a utility belt with all the accessories for each figure that's on your bandolier.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm liking this.
Well, listen.
Some people might think it's absolutely mental, but I'm liking it.
It is mental. I think that we've come to the end of this episode 20 of Fully Articulated.
And so, the end is near.
Is this going to be your new Ocean Man?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I just sing a few things, see if they get turned into a song. I don't know.
Well,
because I think I'm suffering from a bit of food poisoning.
The
other day, I finished the stream and I had something to eat. And I didn't feel particularly well afterwards, and I went to bed and I woke up and I vomited. And then I felt fine. I felt good. So I've been drinking like plenty of water the last couple of days, but today I've woken up and I'm just like green around the gills.
Well, why don't we end this show? We wouldn't want you to be green around the gills.
Oh, no, it's just so cool. I'm not going to vomit anyway. I'm just saying, it's just like, I'm going to, I think after this, I'm just going to slide myself between the sheets.
Oh, nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, however you identify across the 28 known galaxies, whatever toys you play with, you're welcome here. On Fully Articulated. Next week, we will be on Hot Toys. And I'm sure maybe Mark will be open because I'm dying to see your Battle of the Planets, Mark. I want to thank, obviously, my wrenches, my moderators. Lord Toth is here. I think, Lord Toth, you might be the only moderator. Thank you for that, Lord Toth. Or anyone else. Maybe Louise X Sparrow's here. I don't know. But I want to thank everyone who supports these streams with super chats and tips and even becoming members of the channel. Thank you so very much for supporting the channel in that way. Much appreciated. I want to thank Az, my lovely co-host, for doing these shows. The longest one show only like ever done in the history of YouTube.
Yeah.
We're just going to do one. Here we are. Still going. Still going. And on that note, I would say to all of you...
I keep thinking it's Wednesday.
And it's not. It's Thursday now.
No, it's Thursday. I keep thinking
Thursday.
It's Wednesday.
It's no longer Wednesday. Yugi Tiger keeps asking about Moji cases. I've got one more to build that I have, but I'm still waiting for 6 more to come in. And, yeah, I need those. I need them now.
Now!
I need them now. So, anyway, yes, this is the end. Be seeing you. Thank you to everyone. I will be doing Robservation shortly. And thanks for joining us.